Coffee Break with me. Woo! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you today? Today I'm here with a review on a new foundation from Tarte Cosmetics. Okay, I am kind of conflicted over this foundation because it makes my face look amazing, but I feel like the comfort wear of the foundation is a little iffy. I'll get into my thoughts, a little bit later into the review. First, I want to get like all the facts out of this foundation out of the way because it's a pretty healthy foundation for the skin. It has a lot of science and technology built into the foundation, which is crazy. But it's definitely a new beast. It's a new type of foundation. It has a lot of science involved. It's a little finicky with how it's better to apply, the finish that it gives, what type of skin it's recommended for, and all that stuff. But let's get all the facts out of the foundation out of the way first so that we can be thoroughly educated and informed in regards to the foundation, and then I'll give you guys my honest, unbiased opinion and whether it's worth the splurge or not. And when I say splurge, I mean splurge because it's a 1 ounce $39 foundation. I feel like foundations are just getting more and more expensive. Do you guys remember when a foundation was $30 and you were like, damn, it's a $30 foundation. Now it's like, it's a $50 foundation. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. The foundation that I'm talking about is the Tarte Empowered Hybrid Gel Foundation. Recently, Tarte launched a line within the line called Double Duty Beauty. And so part of the Double Duty Beauty line is this potted gel, hybrid gel foundation that's supposed to be awesome. It is oil-free. It is water-based. It is a gel foundation that does a bunch of things. So let's talk about how this foundation looks. So it is a potted foundation in a really heavy glass jar with a beautiful shiny gold lid. When you open it up, it is quite messy. You can tell I've already used it, I don't know, about 6 or 7 times. It's all up in the lid. It's all around this extra cover that it has. And when you open it up, it's always everywhere. I mean, the foundation gets everywhere. Every time you push this back in, it squeezes out a little bit of foundation. So that's a really bad no-no, just in my opinion, because it can get messy. I mean, if you're waking up at 5 in the morning to get ready for work, the last thing you want to do is fumble with a heavy jar like this. That's just gonna spit foundation out everywhere. So there's that. This foundation is a water-based gel foundation that's supposed to smooth out your fine lines. It's supposed to color correct. Over time, it's supposed to help with fine lines and wrinkles. It has like a biopolymer sphere science to it that, when you apply the foundation, the spheres are supposed to plump up on the skin and make your pores look more refined, make your skin feel extremely moisturized, almost like you had just washed it or, gave it a refreshing drink of water. And I do have to say that when I apply this foundation, it does feel like when I use a moisturizing sheet mask, like a coconut moisturizing sheet mask. After I take it off, my skin feels really refreshed, hydrated. It doesn't feel tight, like I can move it around like the mask status, and it feels just amazing and supple and plump. That's how it feels when I wear this foundation. So not only does it have the biopolymer spheres that are going to make your skin appear more smooth, but they also help you retain moisture in your skin, so it'll make your skin appear and feel more supple. It also has hyaluronic acid, which is naturally found in the body, but it's added into this foundation, which will also help with hydration, with feeling moisturized, and over time it will also help you with the firmness of your skin. It also has vitamin C, and if you guys are unfamiliar, vitamin C is brilliant for the skin because it helps you stay looking young. So it helps even out dark spots or uneven skin tone. Over time, it's just going to reverse the signs of aging. So that's another awesome ingredient or item that's in this foundation. The foundation is supposed to provide medium to full coverage, and it's supposed to be for all skin types. It also comes in 10 different shades. They have the neutral undertone, the yellow undertone, and the pink undertone. But with only 10 shades, there's not that much of a wide range of shades. But for an initial release, 10 shades is quite a bit. So I'm pretty sure you guys can find a shade that matches your skin tone. For reference, I am C3 in MAC or 120 in Maybelline. So I'm a neutral, completely neutral undertones, and I am light complected, but I tend to buy my foundations with a more yellow undertone because it's what I prefer. So I got mine in the shade Light Sand, which is the light yellow toned foundation. A couple of items worth mentioning. It does have a strong scent of roses. It's not an artificial scent. It smells legitimately like pure rose extract. It feels like you're applying a very luxurious product on the skin. So if you are not a fan of scented products, that might be something to consider. But when I think about the foundations that I love and I already have in my collection, most of them have a very synthetic scent to them already. You know, they smell almost like paint, like a chemical paint, like if you were painting your house or cabinets. They do have very synthetic, chemically smell to them. This one smells like if you were putting on a really luxurious like rose water essence on the skin. So not only does it feel great, but it also smells really great. Another thing you want to consider is that it comes in a jar. So of course, Tarte thought about everything. They came out with this cool little brush to apply the foundation with. It has a spatula on one end so that you could scoop out the foundation. It says that the right amount of foundation is about 1/4 size. And then an angled brush. If you guys can tell, this brush is angled. It has an angle going up, but the shape of the brush as well is kind of square. I feel like once you wash it and really use it, it's not going to be as square because of the packaging that it was in. It might be a little bit more rounded, but right now that it is this square shape. It's really easy to get into like the sides of the face, the chin, you know, along the jawline, the hairline. I like those sharp edges. It really helps, you know, getting the foundation in there. One thing to consider though, this buffing brush is a little bit softer than most foundation buffing brushes are. It's a little bit looser, and I thought that I wasn't going to like it because of that reason, but I feel like I like it because of that reason. It applies the foundation a lot smoother. I feel like I don't have to buff out the brush strokes as much as I would with any other buffing brush that I use for foundation. So I do want to show you guys a demo, like a before and after, half face on, half face off, so you guys could see the coverage. This foundation claims to be 12-hour wear. It also claims that it's medium to full coverage, and that it's best applied with this brush. Now, if you guys can see in the demo, I do use this brush for half of my face, and then I use my beauty blender for the other half. Although I am a fan of the brush, the results that you get using the beauty blender blow this brush completely out of the water. I mean, just from pictures and things like that, I'll try to include a side-by-side of with a beauty blender versus the brush, and you can just tell. With the brush, it feels like almost like a sloppier application, the way that the skin looks. Although you can see a lot more of the skin, you know, a lot of the more of the imperfections of the skin, I feel like it thins it out. With the beauty blender, it covers more, but the finish that it gives is just so super smooth, like just a blank canvas. I told you guys on Instagram, I posted a picture, I was like, you guys, this foundation makes my skin look perfect. It just completely makes my skin look perfect. So I love the way it makes my skin look, but here are some things that you want to consider. I have normal skin. I don't have sensitive skin. I don't have oily skin or dry skin. I'm not acne prone, nothing. I mean, my skin is vanilla. You can't really do much to it to get a reaction. So with this foundation, it does give me medium coverage. I feel like if I try to build it up, it doesn't look as nice. So I would suggest doing just one thin layer. If I were to say, who does this foundation suit? Who is better suited to using this foundation? I would say probably normal to dry skin because it's incredibly hydrating and it has a radiant finish. So it doesn't ever dry down really matte. In fact, I had to put on powder on top to actually make it feel like it had set. Because it's such a hydrating foundation, it doesn't ever feel like it really sets on the skin. It feels like you're wearing almost like a BB cream or a CC cream. So it feels hydrating, but you don't get that set feeling from it. If you do have a little bit of dryness on the skin, it camouflages it really well if you just use the foundation. But the minute you go in with the powder, the foundation's not going to help you out. It will not camouflage those dry patches. It will emphasize them. But it has nothing to do with the foundation. It has more to do with the use of powder. So my suggestion would be, if you guys have like dry patches or you suffer from dryness and you want to use this foundation in combination with a powder, afterwards go in with a refreshing spray, maybe like the one from Tatcha, or Glossier has a really nice one. Miu Beauty has another cool one. So go in with like a refreshing spray and rehydrate that powder and it'll completely vanish. But if you do have really extremely dry skin and you're not a fan of powders, this is probably a foundation that you would really enjoy. Why don't I think that it would be best for oily skin? Just for the simple fact that it is a radiant finish and it's not very buildable. I would say that once you get to the second or third layer, it starts to look and feel a little bit cakey. So I know with oily skin, the last thing you want to do is have to build something and then feel and look cakey. Plus, on top of that, have like your natural oiliness from your skin. It might be like a recipe for disaster of having this thing like melt all over your face, you know? But if you do have oily skin, this might be a foundation worth trying because of the fact that it is oil-free. It is a water-based foundation, so it might be a friendlier foundation for you. You know, it might help keep the oil at bay or not necessarily promote so much oiliness because you're not going to get that factored in from this foundation. Now, another thing is, I wouldn't say that it lasts 12 hours. When I applied this foundation to do like the wear test, I applied it around 9 in the morning and I washed my face about 10 or 11 at night. And I felt like it was already, you know, moved around, faded. It definitely faded around this area of my skin. I felt like every time I went to either blow my nose or wipe my mouth, it just wiped off completely. Because it is a very skincare heavy foundation, it's a lot more emollient on the skin, so it doesn't actually dry on the skin. I feel like it just sits there and hydrates the skin and, you know, imparts the benefits onto the skin, gets absorbed and kind of vanishes in the classic areas that would normally vanish with a foundation. So 12-hour wear is kind of a stretch. I wouldn't go that far. I would say it would probably last a good work day, maybe 6 to 8 hours, looking good, but after the 8th hour, it's probably like, probably not the best. So my recommendation for this foundation would be, if you guys are curious to try new innovative technology type foundations, this is definitely a foundation worth a shot because in the long run, it is a foundation that is not only going to make you look good, but it's also going to benefit your skin. It's hydrating your skin. It's helping impart or bring back hyaluronic acid, which will make your skin firm. It's also hydrating, making it supple, and it also has vitamin C. So if you suffer from dark spots, signs of aging, you know, sun damage. It will definitely help reverse those signs of aging. And not only that, it photographs really, really well. So those are my thoughts on the new Tarte Hybrid Gel Foundation. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the demo. I will list and link this foundation along with the brush in the description box below. Look at my pen, I'm such a geek. I will list and link these products in the description box below in case you guys are curious or want to find out more about them. I know Ulta has a lot of education on this particular product on their website. It's pretty awesome. Like, they have bullet points and everything, because I know a lot of times with new products, you can just go on a whim and try them without any real information on them. So if you want to find more info, I will link the product in the description box below. In fact, what I'm going to do is I will write the benefits and the claims of this foundation in the description box below, in case you were like, Dani, you talk too much. Can I just get to the chunk of this review? It'll all be listed in the description box below. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys are curious in trying this foundation. And like always, if you found this video useful, entertaining, or learned something, please give me a thumbs up or subscribe if you haven't already.